was just thinking, there's no way to be able to adhere to a change in diet if you don't plan it. It cannot be done. Meal planning goes a long way. And personally, when I do get hungry, I don't want to have to go home and make something because there aren't any healthy options anywhere. Or at least not ones that aren't A, gross, or B, don't cost an arm and a leg. It really be McDonald's or bust out here. But, I mean, the good thing is that I just won't go because I don't like their food. Saying this right now reminds me that I need to go to the grocery store before the day is out. But whether or not that'll happen at this point is unclear. I don't know if I liked the Han Solo movie because it was good or because I'm a fan of the character. I literally can't remember. I have to watch the movie again. And I've definitely seen it 8 times. It was on Netflix, but probably now it's on Disney Plus. My love of Star Wars cannot be overstated, so I have to see movies like this over and over in order to be able to give an objective opinion. I mean, you pull off a non-Jedi oriented Star Wars movie, somebody deserves to get an award. Random, but I was talking about all the Grinch movies with somebody and highlighting how they keep coming out with the same movie every time they make one. Nothing rebooted or reimagined. Perhaps How the Grinch Stole Easter, where he makes a huge effort to commercialize the holiday and take all the focus off of Jesus. But I guess he technically would be thwarting the Easter Bunny, and it would then turn out to be like The Nightmare Before Christmas. Maybe How the Grinch Stole Kwanzaa, or better yet, How the Grinch Stole America, except the Grinch would be played by a white dude. And he'd feel so bad about it in the end, he'd give the natives a small piece of their land back, and the right to legally gamble and free college tuition, to ultimately make himself feel better about what he did, and convince everyone that that was better than actually giving back what was stolen. Yeah, I think that works. Okay, that went much different than I planned. Anyway, back when I used to play Star Wars at school with my friends, everyone called out the character that they were as soon as the game started. All it was tagged with different names. Automatically, everyone would say Han Solo or Luke. So if you weren't quick enough, you had to be somebody else. I mean, I loved, and still love, Darth Vader, but I definitely wasn't going to be him unless I was it. So who else could you call out before anybody else? Boba Fett was usually off the board by then too. Lando was cool, but his best attribute was that he was cool to us. And that technically made him the second coolest character in Star Wars because the coolest was clearly Han Solo. Han Solo was the de facto coolest character. Plus, I kind of grew up in a white neighborhood, so I definitely wasn't feeling the fact that people were trying to tell me to be Lando just because I was black. So I started to be the one to suggest that we play Star Wars so that I could just say I'm Han Solo right after. Let's play Star Wars, I'm Han Solo. And they hated that. But sometimes you gotta learn to be a step ahead. I do this almost to a fault, and by almost, I mean definitely. My anxiety reaches nuclear levels because I anticipate moves like Robert Downey Jr. in Sherlock Holmes. Not ideal, but it's the price that you pay when you live by the Batman Detective Code of Trust, which means that you have none in anyone. Kind of off subject, but also on subject. It really sucks that Han Solo is dead in the Star Wars franchise, and Chewbacca is dead in real life. Also, I want to create a man cave in the image of the Millennium Falcon to pay homage to both of those characters. Excuse me, homage. If you haven't already guessed this about me, I'd be the guy from the Benchwarmers. You know, Benchwarmers, the movie? The guy that had all the dope merch from back in the day? If I had the money, that's exactly what I would do. Today has been a day, but hopefully it's been a good one for you. It's been one of those just be thankful that you made it through type of days for me. And I'm fine with that. Very thankful. The key word is thankful.